Hi, and welcome to this unboxing. It was in a cardboard box. I can't see the point in showing you the cardboard box. I ripped it apart, as you do. You can tell it's got to be some sort of camera because it came with a SanDisk 32GB Class 10 U3. Obviously for 4K videos, as I know because of my Lumix FZ2000. Comes in a beautiful carrying case. It says on it Homikin. It's actually made by a company called, I don't know how you pronounce it, OMKH, OMK. It's an OMK action camera. It costs £49 with free delivery from amazon.co.uk. It's listed as a sports action camera, 4K, 16 megapixels, with Wi-Fi, waterproof. It's an action cam with 170-degree wide angle, and it ships with 3 rechargeable batteries and a 2.4G remote control. That's very good. So you get the mounting kit with it, a portable black carrying case, 6 megapixel Sony sensor, the IMX179, which any of you geeks out there like myself know is about one of the best. And it also comes with a fitting kit. All the different straps and fittings. GoPro doesn't even do that. You have to pay a fortune for it. And having had 2 GoPros, I'm not going to have another. Comes with 3 rechargeables, and each battery goes about 90 minutes. That'll be on HD, not on 4K. About an hour on 4K. So there's 3 hours on 4K or 4 hours on a smaller scale. If you use it with a supplied shell, it's completely waterproof up to a depth of 98 feet. That's 30 meters in new money. It comes with a 1-year warranty period, which doesn't apply to the waterproof shell, obviously not. And yes, most of the accessories off the GoPro fit this camera. It's really very good. It does real full-size 1080p 30 frames per second full HD recording. That's 4K to you and me. It's pocket-sized. I'll show you in a minute. You know what they're like. Longer battery life. The 1050 milliamp batteries, they're brilliant. They can go on forever compared to the ordinary ones that used to be shipping. And it's got built-in Wi-Fi and HDMI. And it's got, what I didn't know about was motion detection. Loop recording available. That means you can use it as a security cam, a dash cam. What else? In the car, sorry, yeah, dash cam, that's it. And it's got iOS stability, exposure sharpness and white balance can be adjusted. The only thing you can't do is plug in a microphone, but that doesn't matter to me because I use a lavalier and my Zoom H2N, and I put the lips in sync. If you could see my lips, you can't, but all I do is clap and I sync everything up then, so whatever's happening on here is actually happening at the real time sort of thing. That's the camera in there. That's it. And that's the waterproof case and the fittings that come with it. I'll put it up there. There it is, the camera. You've got your mini USB here and your HDMI and the slot there for your card. And it goes in without the adapter, it's just the mini size card. You've got a screen on the back so you can see what you've done, and you have a couple of controls down that side there. Underneath you've got the battery opening, I assume it's thumb in a slot thing. Yeah, there you go. And it falls out. And there's one of the batteries in there. I'll keep it out for now. And I'll keep that out for now. There's a fastening strap of some sort. A double charger. Fixtures and fittings. Instructions about the remote. You need an adapter to a UK plug. I don't use this one. It'll never get used. I use my own, fitted the other side that fits all the USB cables, and 240 volt. Another fitting. Another fitting. Tripod one. That's one I use. And another one in there. Handlebar fitting. Right angle fitting. That's a tripod fitting. And I assume the camera just slots in and clips into it. So you've got tripod screws top and bottom in there. Another fitting. There's a skeleton door here, which has two openings on it, and it fits on the waterproof fitting, but it lets the speakers hear. Because in your waterproof casing, you can't talk underwater, so I don't think there's too much going on. Another battery. Another battery. Another fitting. And the remote. So that strap was for the remote. Neat, isn't it? Does video and still. Yeah, I like that. A set of straps. I assume it's to do with all the different fittings. A lanyard for fastening your camera onto your selfie stick or something else, just in case. And your USB to mini USB kit, a micro USB cable. Micro for the camera. And all the fittings and how they work and everything shown you on here in the what passes as a handbook. I'll find one online that's more comprehensive. And that's your lot for the boxing and the unboxing, or the boxing of the unboxing. Upwards and onwards. And now I'm recording on this camera, my microphone, my Zoom recorder, but I don't think that'll pick it up. We'll see. We shall see. And that's on my new monopod, by the way. I also put my Lumix FZ2000 on it. It's alright. At that height it's going nowhere. Full size, full height, 5'10", then you have to be a bit careful where you put it. But at that height now it don't matter. Now what happens is a series of tests. Slow pan and then a fast pan doing a selfie so you can see how the background moves or doesn't move or whatever. And all the sizes are given. Hope you enjoy it. Taken in a darkened room with only one light. It was daylight, but that's a dark room. And I've actually set everything up on my smartphone, which you can just see in my left hand. If you watch, I'll show you what I can see. Set up the focusing and use this as a remote to start it. And that's me looking at me, looking at me, looking at you. This is the 4K at 30 frames per second and handheld. It's different from the others. I did the others in under the trees because it was raining. But this, it wasn't raining. Cloudy. But just to show the close-up range and what the 4K is capable of, I thought it was impressive. And the next one is 2.7K. So it's 2688 by 1520 at 30 frames a second. A slow pan and then a reasonably fast spin on a selfie. Just to show you any blur, because 30 frames per second isn't fast. Then 1920 by 1080 at 60. Make biggish files because of the size of the frames, but then you get good shots. As you'll see when I'm spinning around, there's not too much blur, it looks natural. And then 1920 1080 by 30 frames per second. This, when you're doing the spin around, it does cause a bit more blur, as you can see. And this one's great for putting into slow motion, 1280 by 720 by 90 frames per second. If you edit your own, this is brilliant because you can slow it right down without losing any detail. Really good. And then 1280 by 720 by 60 frames per second. It's still a fair size and you still get great videos from 720. But I prefer the 4K and the 2.7K. And if you have to take stills from them, you'll get decent sized prints. And this is 1280 by 720 by 30 frames per second. And this is the last one. You'll be pleased to hear. You've seen the lot now. Go and get one. Get two. Get three. Bye. Well, thank you for watching. And it'd be nice if you gave me a thumbs up. But then if you don't want to, don't. But you could subscribe and then you would be notified each time I put something new on YouTube. Bye.